Hello, it's Helen here from HelenMartinOnline.com. How you going? This is very fitting for me today. I have a lot of my mastermind friends all on a 7-day cruise at the moment, and they're at the moment just been in Jamaica man. And all their photos are popping up, and it's killing me. It's killing me that I'm not there with them. Beautiful sunny skies, beautiful blue water. They're having a ball in their bikinis, and looks like they're having a lot of fun. So I need to get rid of this because it's just rubbing salt into the wounds, actually, that I'm not there with them. So let's just spread some love, shall we? There we go. That's a little bit better. Oops. Where did we go? Hang on. There we go. All right. So, welcome. Yeah, it's Helen here from HelenMartinOnline.com. Now I can't get rid. Oh, there we are. Can't get rid of it from my screen. So today I want to talk to you about content creation. So this will be relevant for you if you are building your business online, which is what I help people with, and you've got a self-branded Facebook page and you're struggling for content creation. So you're not quite sure what to put on your page, or you started your page and you're a bit of a loss for what to sort of come up with next. So these little tips will just help you come up with content creation. If we're meeting for the first time, it is Helen here from HelenMartinOnline.com. I help people with home-based businesses bring their business online and build their business online through, branding themselves through social media, attracting people to them through attraction marketing sort of principles and strategies, and getting leads online so you can build your business, rock your business, in the online world, but attracting people to you instead of chasing your family and friends. So if you are on with me live, say hello, tell me where you're coming in from below. If you're watching the replay and you're catching that later, then just watch the word replay so I can say hello to you later. So content creation. So if you're trying to build your business online, and this will be more relevant to people that, I'm not talking about personal Facebook pages here, but it could be groups, and more specifically, if you're branding yourself online, trying to build your business online, what content do you come up with to keep people engaged, keep giving value to people so you can build that know, like, and trust factor, which is when people know, like, and trust you, then that's when they sort of buy from you and will go into business with you, and you can have those conversations about your business, and then everything grows from there. So the first thing I want to point out with sort of content creation for your Facebook page is it's got to be congruent with your branding. So however you've branded yourself online, so whether that's you're helping not like me, like I'm helping, hey Isabel, nice to see you on live. If you're helping other network marketers build their business online, or you've gone down the specific niche of what your product represents, whether that's sort of like health and wellness or travel or makeup or insurance or whatever it is, then obviously the value that you're going to bring on your page, the content you're going to bring on your page has got to be congruent. Hey Deborah, how are you? Nice to see you. It's got to be congruent with your branding. Now, as you would know, and I went on my little rant yesterday on my Facebook Live, I quite openly brand myself as somebody who does talk about mindset. And if you look at the banner on my Facebook page, my self-branded Facebook page, I've got mindset as a topic. So once a week I jump on and I talk about mindset. So it's not unusual for me to be talking about personal development and mindset and how important it is, the way you sort of think and act, in your business. So what I talk about here on my page is very congruent with how I brand myself. So that's sort of number one. Don't brand yourself one way and start talking about a lot of different content that's got nothing to do with what you've branded yourself in. And you'd think that's quite, what's the word I'm looking for? Self-explanatory. But I do look at a lot of people's pages, and they're talking about stuff on their Facebook Lives and providing content that makes them feel comfortable. So they're going the easy route with what feels comfortable, and it's actually got nothing to do with how they've branded themselves. So just be really careful of that, straight up. Now, so that's sort of the critical part. But the first thing that I would suggest that you, really take notice of for yourself is you've got to be immersed in your market. You've got to understand your market. You've got to know exactly who your target market is and what their pains and struggles are. So immerse yourself in that. So with myself, like I brand myself as somebody who helps home-based business owners bring their business online. Now, I am immersed in that market because I'm doing it. Hey, Elizabeth, nice to see you. Hope you're well. I understand that market because I'm in it. I'm in the trenches. I have my own network marketing business. I'm building my own team. I have customers. So I'm in the trenches. So I understand the market. I am immersed in the market that way. So I know all too well what the pains and struggles are because I've had the pains and struggles myself. The reason why I build my business online now is because I've had so many pains and struggles in building my business the traditional way. So I am immersed in the market that way. The other way I'm immersed in my market is my branding is that I help people build their business online. I am also building my business online. So I know what works, I know what doesn't, I know what I've tried, and I know what the gurus are doing. I'm trialing different things. So I can be helpful to somebody else in what works and what doesn't through what I'm trialing and testing. So when I say immersed in my market, I am both in the trenches of having my own network marketing business, and I'm in the trenches with building my business online because that's what I'm doing, and I'm teaching you guys at the same time, things that are working well for me or strategies to do, to do it better for yourself. So you've got to be immersed in your market to be able to give really good content to your market. You've got to understand your target market. You've got to talk their language. You've got to understand their pains and struggles. So I know what it's like to have a network marketing business, and I know if that's you, I know how you feel with chasing family and friends. I know what the rejection feels like. I know when people give you objections. Oh, I don't have time, I don't have money, or is that a pyramid scheme? All those things. I get it because I've experienced all of it. So if you're going to brand yourself online, you've got to be immersed in your market, understand your market, and be doing it yourself to be able to be really good value for somebody else. Does that make sense to you? If that makes sense, send me some likes and loves and just let me know that, that really makes sense for you. The second thing is, so you'll know what to talk about with content creation because you are immersed in the market yourself. So it's easy to come up with things to talk about because you're living it and breathing it yourself. So you're going to get a lot of content from that because you're doing it yourself. When you get stuck, and this happens, I do sometimes, it's like, what am I going to talk about on my Facebook Lives this week? And I coach people that's like, I'm actually stuck with what to talk about on my page. So I'll go back to just what I said before. If you're immersed in the market, just think about what you struggle with. Think about your pains and struggles and think about what's helping you grow your business. So that's part of your content creation. You talk about those things, and it shows that you, when you put yourself up there as an authority, that you actually understand what can help and what the frustrations are of the people that you're actually talking to. But if you get stuck, trust me, there is content all around you. So one thing I do, and you got to balance this, I will say. And especially when I was doing my research on how to build my business online properly the first time, is I did opt into a lot of free training. I did like a lot of Facebook pages, gurus. So I follow a lot of other people that are more successful than me. This includes my mentors, my coaches, just other people of interest to me. So I follow a lot of other Facebook pages, and I've also subscribed to a lot of sort of free training that people provide. Now, this can be a real catch because I wake up in the morning sometimes and my email, have you ever felt this before? Just put the word down yes if you're with me here. You've subscribed to that much training from other people that your inbox is full. You wake up in the morning or during the day and it's like, oh my God, I've got so many emails. But when you actually go through them, it's like, Oh yeah, I subscribe to them, subscribe to them. Like, it's all people that I've subscribed to, and it's not necessarily meaningful at the point in time it arrives in my inbox. But what I do with it, in my email, yeah, I can see that a few of you sort of understand what I'm saying here. What I do with that email is, because this really slows down your productivity, and it's certainly done that for me, because if I've got my email open when I'm trying to get a job done and all these emails are coming in, and you've got, the worst bit is you've got the notifications, so you might not even be looking at your email, you're working on something else, but yours looks like that too, Deborah. You might not even be looking at your email, you're working on a document, but I've got these notifications that come up, so you're glancing down and you see, oh, an email come from, oh, what was that about? Then you go to your email opener. As far as productivity goes, it kills it. So you're best off to have your email closed when you're doing a job and just concentrate on what it is you're actually doing. You will be far more productive that way, and go back to your email later and then just skim through it. So what I do is, on my on the side of my email, I've created a folder which is called content creation, or content ideas, I think I've called it actually. So something will come up that has come from somebody I follow, but I know at that point of time that it's hit my email, it's not actually really important for me to read it there and then and interrupt my day and my productivity, but it might be something that I can learn, that I can actually talk about later on a Facebook Live or in an email or on a blog, or something like that. So I just drag the email into that folder. So as they come in, well, I'm not looking at them all the time because that's really unproductive, but at a certain time I'll go through my email and it's like, I don't need to read this here and here, but I liked the heading. Or, yep, that might be something that could be interesting. So drag it into my content creation folder. So just drag it in, drag it in, drag it in. So when I'm short of things or topics, the creative juices aren't flowing in what I want to talk about, I just literally go to that content creation folder in my email, and I'll just go through them and pick up something interesting, something I've learned, and then I can teach it, to others. So that's just a little strategy to always have content flowing, but not getting bogged down with all the emails that are coming in for you. Just dissect it, put it where it needs to be, and look at it later. So that's something that I use quite often, and that's a range of things from Facebook advertising to branding things to even mindset topics of people, from your Tony Robbins to whoever, anybody that you follow that you've managed to get on an email list for. Just, do it in blocks, either delete it or move it. What I have found is that if I don't do it in blocks like that, I'll see a topic coming in and go, oh, that looks interesting. I'll probably be able to learn from that and even teach on something like that if I get something out of it. And then all these emails come in after it. I haven't done my block of time of clearing out my email. And then do you think I can find it again? There's nothing more frustrating than something came in that was really interesting that you could read, learn from, and then maybe even teach others, and you can't go back and find it. So that's where this content creation folder, dragging it over, is really handy, because it's like, I'm not going to lose that piece of content. And this also, here's another tip with Facebook. So if you see something in now don't get caught with scrolling Facebook too much. That's a total time waster. I think we all get caught with that at various times. Have you been caught with that? If you've been caught with that, put the number 2 down below. I know I'm not alone there. So I've been scrolling through and some stuff will pop up. So if I've liked somebody's page, then obviously it's going to appear in my newsfeed. So I'll see something and I'll think, oh, that looks interesting. But I don't have time to watch that video now or read whatever it is. I'll go and find it later. Now, what I've done there is I haven't been able to go back and find what it was I was looking for. So what I do now is if something hits my Facebook feed, but I don't want to read it, watch it, do whatever with, it may even be somebody else's Facebook ad that I found intriguing, that's an online guru or somebody I follow, and it's like, oh, I really want to see what they've written or what they've done, but I don't have time to look at it now. So when you've got it on your screen, there's 3 little buttons that are at the top right of every post. So just click those buttons and save it. So what I do now is if something interesting crosses my Facebook news feed, but I don't want to embellish in it right there and then. I'll click those 3 little buttons, save it, and then I know it's in my saved items to go back to later. That's good for 2 things. One, it's not going to bog you down there and there in the news feed and stop you what you should be productive really doing there and then. And the second thing is, it's all stored in your saved folder on Facebook. So when you go back into your Facebook on your personal Facebook page, there's a little saved. It just says saved, and everything that you've saved sits in that one thing. So then I can go back to my saved items, and it's just sitting there ready for me to watch, read, listen to, whatever it is. So that's a really handy tip for content creation as well, because you might have something that you can absorb, that you can share with others, but if you don't pick up on it there or you don't save it, you may never see it again. I did that this week. I saw somebody that I follow, and they do, Miranda, you saved all the time. Yeah, it's an awesome tool. And it was a little Facebook training about something called lead ads. It's a different type of ad that you can do, and I thought, yeah, that's really intriguing to me, and I know that works well for people. I'd love to go back and watch that training. And I thought, that's okay, I won't save it. I'll go and find it later on her Facebook page. And I haven't been able to find it since. I've even messaged her 3 days ago, I think it was, and said, I think I saw some training pop up of yours that I was interested in watching, but I can't find it, and she hasn't messaged me back. So, missed opportunities. So just literally save it. Like, it's a very quick thing that you can do, but it's awesome to help you with content creation and even learning things, yourself. Now, the other thing with that, with people that you follow and people that, their information will pop up. If you do get stuck for content creation and you've exhausted your content ideas email folder and you've exhausted your save folder on your Facebook, is just go looking at the gurus that you follow, the people that you follow, the people you look up to, the people that you learn from in your home-based business space or the marketing online space, and actually go to their pages. So, in network marketing, it could be Eric Worre, although Eric Worre is very old school with network marketing. There's a lot of online sort of marketers, your Julie Burks, and there's lots of people in the building their business online that you would follow. I've just got that many that I follow. So if I'm stuck for content creation, Mary, you can set up a personal group and save stuff in there if you want to read or view it later. Awesome idea, Mary. I hadn't even thought of that. Thank you for contributing that, Mary. That could be helpful to someone. That's awesome. So just go to their pages and look at what they're teaching. Look at what they're training. Look at what blogs they're coming up with and absorb the information, then make it your own. So let's say you did go to Eric Worre and he was teaching something that was useful to you, that you thought might be useful to others. Then listen to what he had to say, listen to the video, read the blog. Whether, Ray Higdon comes up with content every single day. And he's got blogs every day. He's got emails coming out every day. Like, if you can't find something from Ray Higdon, there would be a problem. So if you ever get stuck, go to people like that, see what they're teaching, listen, absorb it, read it, whatever format that you're actually getting it in, and then make it your own. So just like, okay, that was really interesting. That can help me in this way or that way. I'm going to put that into my own words and turn it into a Facebook Live. Or I'm just going to pinch this paragraph and this paragraph, and I'm going to put it as a status update, like just an update on your page saying, did you know the fastest way to build engagement on a Facebook page is through, a Facebook Live. More to come on my Facebook Live tomorrow. Whatever it is, just pick up on what the gurus are going. So go and search for it. There are, so many people that you can go and follow and learn from, make it your own, and teach it. So this is where you come up with really good content creation ideas. And a third one would be, now you might not be familiar with this term, but what I call an exposure agent, utilizing an exposure agent's content. Now, in the context of a network marketing company, what an exposure agent would mean would be your network marketing company. So, if you have branded yourself, let's say in the health and wellness space, you would have health and wellness products, no doubt. Your network marketing company would have information about health and wellness products. They would have a mission statement. They would have information on their website about health and wellness products, or the benefits of certain products to help you with your health in different ways. So you can go and utilize the information from your exposure agent. So that might be your network marketing company, and they might have a lot of information on their website about your space. So whether that's health and wellness or makeup or whatever, there would be some kind of information there that you can utilize and make your own, and that could be very useful to somebody else regarding health and wellness, or the importance of, you know, having this kind of an ingredient to increase your pH levels in this and that and whatever. There'd be that kind of content. You're still not going to mention the name of the company. You're still not going to mention the name of the products, but you can use that, you know, overarching information about health and wellness or whatever it is from their website, make it your own and include it in giving value. Now, what I use as an exposure agent for helping me build my business online is I'm connected with a company called Elite Marketing Pro. Now, that is a company, a mentorship company full of 6, 7, 8-figure network marketers that are all building their business online, but they're doing it the right way. They're doing it exactly the way that I'm teaching you. So they have, by having 6, 7, and 8-figure network marketers in there, in that group, sorry, I just got a notification there, then there are untapped training, blog posts, training, videos, social media marketing, Facebook tips, branding tips, you name it. There is an endless supply of information for me to tap into regarding building a business online. So I can tap into the information from my exposure agent because I have a relationship with them, and I've accessed some free training from them, and I can utilize all that information and make it my own, and then teach other people how to build their business online. So if you are connected to an exposure agent in some way, depending on how you've branded yourself, if you're not familiar with what an exposure agent is, or somebody like a company like Elite Marketing Pro that's got 6, 7, and 8-figure network marketers in it that are just teaching how to build your business online properly, then drop the number 4 down below so I can introduce you, to that, and it might be something you might be able to utilize in the future. So I can just get in contact with you about that. Testimonials are a good exposure agent as well. Absolutely, Mary, that's a good suggestion as well. So, anybody that's got a testimonial for, the product, that you're using, or it might be a testimonial of somebody that you've helped build a business online if you're branding yourself that way. So other people's recommendations, people that you've helped. That's another example of it. But if you can learn to utilize and ride off the back of an exposure agent, then you're going to have untapped content. So that's an important one. I hope you grasp the concept of an exposure agent. If you don't and you want to talk more about it, then put the number 4 down below so I can get in contact with you and just explain that a little bit better. Okay, the other one, just 2 more tips here. The other one is asking questions of your market. So if you've branded yourself online, you've got what you do and what you help people with, ask people what they want help with. This is something, and I don't expect that you'd be able to do this necessarily in the beginning when you're just building your following, if you're building a self-branded Facebook page. But ask people what they want. Ask people what they want help with. In my private Facebook group, I'm talking to people in there all the time, and I'm getting a gauge of what they need help with. So then I'll do another training video about this because we've talked about that. Or I'll do a live Q&A call, which I've done, earlier today, and, something will come up and it's like, oh, okay, I'll create a training topic about that. So when you're talking to people within your market, your target market, the people that you are helping, you're going to get really good information about what content they're looking for. So ask the question, what do you need help with? What would you like more support on? Or, just ask questions of your market. Now, somebody like Ray Higdon does this really, really well, but he has built a following over time of thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people. So he can ask a question, what do you need help with? And he's going to get an endless tap of content creation ideas. Because you just take all those answers and it's like, okay, this is what people need help with. I'll do a training topic on that. This is another thing people need help with. So until you get a bigger following, but this comes back to knowing your target market. Who are you trying to help? What are their concerns? So ask those questions. What are your concerns? What do you need help with? That will help you come up with really good content that's totally congruent with what your market is looking for. Another alert, sorry. Okay, now the last one is if all else fails. You've exhausted your email folder. You've exhausted your Facebook saved folder. You've exhausted, whatever other avenues you've got for content creation. You know what they say when you're looking for a solution to a problem? Google it. Just Google something. How to, such and such. Tips to such and such. Something you know that your market is struggling with. Google it. Find some articles on that topic. Get some information that resonates with you. Put it in your own words and teach it in a Facebook Live. Write a little article about it and put it on your page. Find an awesome YouTube clip about that topic and either make it your own and deliver that in a Facebook Live, or share the actual clip. Maybe you do find an awesome YouTube clip that Ray Higdon or Eric Worre or a guru has put together in relation to sort of network marketing. Just share it to your page. I would suggest that whenever you can, do your own content because it's building your authority. You don't want to give other people all the credit for being helpful. You want to be the one that's helpful. So whenever you've got the opportunity to learn something off somebody else, make it your own. In a Facebook Live, in a blog post, in just a little status update. Tuesday's tips. Do a tip every Tuesday. Did you know? Something of interest that, useless statistics. Something I used before. Did you know that using Facebook Live is the quickest way to build an audience on your, on your Facebook page? And, it's a Tuesday tip. It's something, but somebody might go, I really need to start doing Facebook Lives. I've been avoiding it forever. I don't want to do it. I don't want to push that live button. I've got all these fears, but I know I need to do it. And so somebody does it and then they get some engagement, and it's because they read your little post that said how useful Facebook Lives were. Like, you never know what's going to connect with somebody. But if you've got a variety of sort of information from blog posts, status updates, Facebook Lives, sharing videos, there is content all around you. Now, Isabel, this is what I'm struggling with. I've kept talking, so I've lost what you're struggling with, but I just saw that you put a number 4 down below, so I'll message you and I'll follow up with you personally what it is that you're struggling with. So, was that helpful regarding content creation? I'll always come back to say, deliver your content creation if you can in a Facebook Live. Why? Because it's Facebook's own video platform and you're going to get maximum exposure. If you do a video and upload it, you're not going to get as much exposure as if you do a Facebook Live. And the important thing to remember with a Facebook Live is just treat it like you're talking to a friend. Miranda, yes, thank you. Thanks for your feedback, Miranda. I really appreciate that. So just talk to the camera like you're talking to a friend. Where people go wrong is they've got this whole stigma about, I'm on camera. Mary, that was helpful, great. I'm on camera, and then they go all stiff and start talking like this, and it's suddenly no longer natural. Whereas if you know you're having a conversation with a friend, you just relax into it and just talk. You're just talking to a screen. No one's there initially anyway when you start doing Facebook Live, so you can stuff up. You can even delete it if you want to. If you do it really bad now, it's like, oh, I did that awful, I said all the wrong things, it didn't flow, just delete it and do it again. It doesn't matter. It's just practice, but it's the fastest way for you to create an audience and create engagement, ask for interaction. Somebody comments, you comment back, start a conversation. And for Facebook's algorithm, this day and age right now, with all the changes that have been made this year, that is so, so important to your business and the growth of your business. Okay, so I hope you found that really helpful regarding where to go and get some content from, because the more valuable you are to your audience, the more you understand your audience, your target market, and meet their needs and give value with the information that they're looking for, you will eventually become a rock star. People will learn to know, like, and love and trust you, and that's who people go into business with. When people know, like, and trust you, they will have no fear in buying something from you or joining you in your business. So this is what it's all about. Going out to that cold audience, giving them lots of value, giving them great content through all those content creation ideas I just talked about, and becoming somebody of value to other people. And genuinely just help people. If you help people get what they want, you will always get what you want. So don't lead with the dollar sign, lead with value, and you'll always win out in the end. And consistency, it does take consistency. So with your content creation, don't go mad for a week, post every day, and then disappear for 3 weeks. You've got to be consistent with your content creation. But the beauty about, a business page is that little schedule button. You don't have to be a slave to your page. Just use that schedule. I do it all the time. So I'll go and find a whole lot of positive quotes, and different blog articles and videos, and I'll map out what I'm going to talk about for Facebook Lives. I'll schedule posts twice a day so I know something's going up on my page. I can do that on a Sunday for the whole following week. So, there's content creation all around you. I do have quite a bit of training on this, on content creation, and even where do you find positive quotes and how do you do that really simply and schedule in advance and all those kind of things if you're not aware of that. I've got all that kind of detail in my private Facebook page. There is a small prerequisite to get a resource before you get into that group, but if that's something of interest to you, to get that kind of training in my private Facebook group, then just drop the number 5 down below and I'll get in contact with you to tell you what that involves. Okay, so if you found this useful, if you've got other people building a business online and they're struggling for content creation, please share this or tag it for them to help them with their content creation. So tomorrow, what am I going to jump on tomorrow and talk about? I am talking about, yesterday I did a bit of a mindset topic and spoke about, how I was feeling and, how to keep going, how to think positively when things keep sort of going wrong. Tomorrow, I want to talk about how you keep going in your business when no one's joining you. How do you keep going online when you think no one's there or no one's listening to you? So yesterday I talked about, being positive in your own mind frame and things that you can do that can help yourself. Tomorrow I want to go a little bit deeper in what you can actually do in your business, as well as the positive mindset, but what you can actually do in your business to help you going when no one's joining your business. And online, when you feel no one's there and no one's listening to you and you keep showing up but you're not getting any progress. So I just want to give you some tips that hopefully you'll find helpful with that. So that's what I'm going to talk about tomorrow. So hopefully I'll catch you then. Enjoy the rest of your day, whatever part of the day it is for you. And I sincerely, those of you that are still on live with me, I do appreciate each and every one of you for being on live. And those of you that catch the replay, thanks for watching as well. So I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye.